folks, how's it going? It's Matt here again with another pickups video. Now for this one, I've mentioned in the past how I've gone to Winnipeg on a road trip to go video game hunting there. I'm from Brandon, Manitoba. It's a smaller town. It takes like 10 minutes to go from one side of town to the other. And we have thrift stores and a couple pawn shops, but nothing, like not a ton of places to shop. So whenever I get the chance, I often head to Winnipeg just because it's a lot bigger of a city, a lot more thrift stores, pawn shops, indoor flea markets, stuff like that. So yeah, this past weekend I went, and I was actually lucky enough, I got to meet up with some fellow YouTubers, the Thriftdwellers. They're Nate and Lester. Chances are if you are subscribed to me, you're probably subscribed to them as well. But if not, I'm going to leave a link to their channel in the description below. And I really urge you guys to check them out. They're awesome people. They put up great videos. They often go thrift store hunting. And now Nate collects video games and Lester collects music stuff. So it's really cool seeing them go through the thrift stores, see what they can find for cheap, and yeah, just really cool videos. And they come across as nice guys in their videos, and when I had a chance to meet them, they're just awesome guys to hang out with. Like really down to earth, really rad guys. They were more than happy to show me around Winnipeg, show me some of their hunting spots, as well as even show me a video game or let me in on a deal for a video game that's pretty hard to find. So yeah, which I'll show you in a minute or two. But I just want to say thanks to the Thriftdwellers for taking me around Winnipeg, showing me some spots to game hunt for in the future. If I'm not with them next time, I still know where to go and where to kind of keep an eye out for stuff. So yeah, thanks again, Nate and Lester. You guys are awesome. And yeah, so for this video, I'm going to show you everything I picked up on my video game hunting trip with the Thriftdwellers. And I didn't record too much footage myself. They had their camera there, and they said I could record as much as I wanted to, but it kind of worked better for them to record because there's two of them, whereas if I was recording, it'd be hard to get myself on camera. But they offered to help me record, but I just figured it'd be easier this way. I was just going to let them record, and let them put up a video of the hunting or video game hunting trip itself, and then my plan was to just show you guys what I got and direct you to their channels and their video to kind of show the actual footage. So yeah, I'll show you what I got, and I'll also leave a link in the channel description below to the video of us game hunting together. So make sure you guys check that out for all the actual footage from that day. I was talking to Nate, and he actually said that he wouldn't mind sending me some pictures and maybe some video too. I'm not sure because at this point I'm recording it before I actually got the stuff. So yeah, here is a brief example of our day video game hunting together. So yeah, there's a couple quick shots and some other stuff, or so I'm assuming, of our day together. But like I said, make sure you take the time to check out their channel as well as their video of us game hunting together. Their video might actually be a couple parts, I'm not sure. I think we recorded 110 minutes worth of footage. So he's gonna have to edit that down, but it might be a video or two, I'm not too sure. But yeah, like I said, make sure you check that out. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling. So let's get into what I bought on my Winnipeg trip. Now for this, usually I like to go in order of when I got things, usually, throughout the week. But I'm just going to start with some of the basic stuff I got and then save the best deal for last because I got a really good deal and it was actually my first deal of the day hunting with them. So yeah, it started off on the great foot. But like I said, I'll start with some of the other stuff and then work my way up to that. So I'll start with some stuff that I got from a pawn shop. 2 GameCube games, because as you can probably see, I enjoy the GameCube. And these were games I didn't have. Nothing super special, but they had a flat rate of $5 for each of their GameCube games, so I couldn't turn it down. First one is Aggressive Inline, which actually looks pretty fun. I haven't played it yet, but I'm a big fan of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater series, or at least the earlier stuff. So I hope it's somewhat like that. I'm guessing it's kind of a knockoff of that, just with inline skates. So yeah, we'll see. But it was $5, so happy to add it for that. And the second one I picked up from the pawn shop is the Scorpion King, Rise of the Acadian? I'm not sure. Rise of something, but more importantly, just the Scorpion King, really. And it's got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson in it. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look great, but for $5, I was happy to pick it up. So, 2 GameCube games that I didn't have, so happy to add those. And following on the train of GameCube games, I guess you could say, I picked up 3 more GameCube games from Microplay in Winnipeg. It's actually the only Microplay in Winnipeg. We used to have a Microplay in Brandon, and they closed down pretty much right before I actually got fully into collecting, which sucks, but regardless. At a Microplay in Winnipeg, I picked up 3 more GameCube games. First is NFL Blitz 2013. It is a sports game, but it's fully complete, in good shape, and I actually like the Blitz series. It's actually a pretty fun game, or series I should say. I haven't played this one in particular, but it was $2. So I figure anytime you can get a good shape, fully complete GameCube game for $2, why not? And it's one I'll probably actually try too. So next up is also fully complete, and that is Second Sight. It looks fun. I haven't played it either, but this one was $5, and I figured $5 for Second Sight. I've heard okay things about it, so happy to try it. So Second Sight for $5. And also for $5 is Dr. Muto, which looks cool. I didn't actually know this game existed for GameCube till I seen it there. So for $5 I had to pick it up. Basically, kind of like a mad scientist, and you can morph into different creations, like with animal specialties or abilities kind of thing. So it looks fun. For $5 I can't complain. So yeah, picked up those 3 games from Microplay for $12. So why not? So the next thing I got, I was with Nate and Lester, and we stopped at an indoor flea market, and I bought this from one of the vendors. I actually went back the following day, Sunday, on my own and bought more stuff from them. But I got this with Nate and Lester on Saturday, and it's 2 games, and they were $10 a piece. First up is Rat Attack for the N64. I love the N64. Very happy to pick this one up. I prefer boxed complete games, but if it's a game I don't have for a decent price, I'll pick it up. So yeah, Rat Attack for $10. Now originally they wanted $15 for this game, but I bundled the 2 together for $20, so it's $10 a piece. And that is Gunsmoke. I already had it loose, but it's a really fun original Nintendo game. Yeah, I just really enjoy it. You're kind of like scrolling upwards and shooting, but you're a cowboy. And it's actually really fun. So, very happy to have it boxed complete. Very fun game. And yeah, I was happy to upgrade it. So, $10 for Gunsmoke and $10 for Rat Attack. So, happy with that. Alright, so the next stuff I'm going to show you, I got from one of the indoor flea market vendors as well. And this is some stuff that I picked up Sunday. I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but yeah. The first up is a box complete Game Boy camera. I had been looking for a Game Boy camera because I have the printer, and I hadn't even seen one loose. And I found this one. The box is in a bit rough shape, but he was only asking $10, so I figure the camera itself is in really good shape. And it's kind of nice, even if the box is rough, just to have the box. So $10 for that. I was happy enough to buy it. So I got that. And from the same vendor, I got Blazion. the Bio Cyborg Challenge. And I hadn't actually heard of this game before I went to the indoor flea market. And I have just a cheap phone. I can't look up anything. I don't have lists on there of things to keep an eye out for or what I have. But I enjoy the hunt more without having that because it's kind of more of a gamble. So, but anyway, I seen this one. It intrigued me. He was originally asking 20 bucks. It's fully complete. Or no, he was asking 30 bucks. But I asked if he would do the two together for 30, and he said he would. So basically, I got this one for 20. It's an Atlas title, and it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. And I thought it looked really good, and I figured most Atlas titles are good, so I figured it was worth a gamble. So yeah, thought it would be fun. So I got that and the Game Boy camera, like I said, for 30 bucks as a pair. So happy with that. Next up is from another vendor. I picked this one up Sunday as well when I was hunting on my own. And it's two N64 games. They're box complete. The boxes are pretty rough, but the games and manuals are pretty good shape. And they were 10 bucks a piece. So I figured for 10 bucks, that's not bad. Even if the box is a bit rough, I'll take the deal. Because, as mentioned, I love the N64. And I don't mind loose N64 games, but it's hard to display them. So if I can get boxed ones, very happy with that. So enough rambling. The first one is Blues Brothers 2000. I didn't have it loose, and so I figured 10 bucks is fair price. And it's not bad shape. It's not great, but it's not bad. So hope to try that one out soon. And the other game I picked up for 10 bucks, again, the box is a bit rough, but for 10 bucks, happy to get it, and that is Tonic Trouble. I didn't have this one growing up. I actually didn't have Blues Brothers either. So I guess I'm interested to see how they play, so I hope to try them soon. And 20 bucks for the pair, I thought that was pretty good, so happy to add those to the collection. Now, as I mentioned, I went and got the Rat Attack and the box complete Gunsmoke from one of the vendors when I was with the Thriftdwellers on Saturday. And I went back there Sunday and I traded in a few games. So I got the rest of the stuff all on trade from that same vendor. So he had, I'll tell you what he had them priced at, but I got them for trade, so it didn't actually cost me much, but except for doubles that I didn't pay much for. So first up is Box Complete Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Happy to pick this one up. I haven't played it before. Some people say it's fun, some people say it's not, so I'll give it a try and form my own opinion. But I actually just watched Terminator 2 the other day, and so now I'm actually really wanting to try this. And he had this one marked at $10, so it only cost me $10 worth of trade, so very happy to get a box complete game for 10 bucks. Next up is one of my favorite games for the Nintendo. I see it all the time loose, but this is actually the first time I've seen a good boxed copy of it, so I picked it up, and I think it was like, it was either $10 or $15 he had it marked at, but again, I got it for trade, so. And that is Tetris, one of my favorite games for the original Nintendo. And so I'm happy to have it boxed complete so I can put it on the shelf with the other boxed Nintendo games, so yeah. Can't go wrong with Tetris. The next game is one that I did already have, but happy to pick it up boxed. And that is Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. The box is in okay shape. I think this one's missing its manual, so I probably didn't need to pick it up boxed, but I'm a sucker for boxed games, so. And I think it was $15 or $20 worth of trade, so I figured for that price, I'll pick it up, then I'll have it boxed, and I'll trade off the loose one for maybe 10 bucks credit. I don't know what I'll get, but yeah. Anyway, happy to have it. It's a really fun Nintendo game, so happy to have it boxed now. And this one, I don't think I've seen this one loose before, so I was happy to see it boxed complete. Picked it up. It was $30, but again, just trade credit. And that is Toxic Crusaders by Bandai. Looks really fun. I've heard a few people recommend it, so, and the box art's really cool, so I thought it was a cool piece to add to the collection. So for 30 bucks, I think I did alright. Well, 30 bucks trade credit, you know what I mean. Yeah, Toxic Crusaders, there. And from that same vendor, when I was doing the trade-in, I picked up 2 Super Nintendo games as well on trade. The first one is loose, and that is The Twisted Tale of Spike McFang. Now usually when I go to Winnipeg, I don't like to pick up too many loose games because they have box games, and box games are hard to find, so when I'm there I try to take the most of the opportunity to get box games. But I hadn't seen this game anywhere else before, and I had a few people say that it's really well worth it. It's kind of a hidden gem on the Super Nintendo, and I believe it's been going up in value. And I think this one was like $25 worth of the trade credit. So it really wasn't too cheap for a cartridge only game. But I think it usually goes for like 25-30 bucks. So not a bad deal. And I hope to play it soon because I've had a few people recommend it. So happy to get that. And the other Super Nintendo game I picked up when I went back and did that trade-in on the Sunday with the vendor is Illusion of Gaia. Now, I've heard really good things about this one too. Really happy to get it box complete and in this good a shape. I think it was $25 worth of trade credit, but again, it wasn't actual money out of my pocket, just extra games. But yeah, very happy to pick this one up. My brother, this is his favorite Super Nintendo game, and since I've started collecting, pretty much every time I talk to him and the topic of video games comes up, he asks if I found a copy of this one. So next time I talk to him, or if he's watching this, Ryan, I did get Illusion of Gaia, so if you want, you can come play it. So yeah, I've heard it's really good too, so I picked it up for that reason too, but now my brother can play it, so happy to pick it up in trade. So those were the games that I got from the trade-in on Sunday. Pretty happy with them. Can't complain. Alright, so as I mentioned, probably the biggest score that I got on my Winnipeg trip was the very first deal I got of the day, actually. And it was from an indoor flea market vendor who's always been a great guy to deal with. He doesn't mind haggling with prices and taking stuff on trade, and his prices are very fair. He usually has a pretty good idea what stuff's worth, but he doesn't overcharge. And I've not caught him slipping, but every once in a while I find something that's priced better than it should be. The best example of that is last time, well not last time, actually 2 road trips in ago when I was game hunting, I found my copy of Clay Fighter's Sculptor's Cut. I found that at that indoor flea market vendor's table, and it was 15 bucks, I think. 15 or $16. So yeah, the guy has great deals and just a great guy to deal with in general. The Thriftdwellers really like dealing with him too. That's where they got their boxed Famicom from, so for a really good price. So yeah, great guy to deal with. And I actually did a trade-in with him. I was just going to buy this stuff, but I had some stuff to trade in anyway, so he just took it on trade. So the 3 games that I'm about to show you didn't cost me anything. I'll tell you what he had them priced at, but yeah, again, it was just trade-in stuff. So anyway, like I mentioned, I traded some stuff in. I actually had a boxed, complete Master System, the first variation of it. And it was box complete. It was in okay shape, but the box was a little bit beat up. Not bad. And I think I had 13 or 14 box games. I can't remember because I kept some out of the deal. But anyway, I traded in some box Master System games and a box Master System. I tried to sell it privately before I went to Winnipeg, but I couldn't find anyone interested. So I took it to Winnipeg, traded it in for this stuff, and I'm really happy that I did. So, and that stuff, the Master System stuff, the system I bought at a garage sale for 8 bucks, which some of you might remember from a pickups video a little while back. So I got that for 8, and most of the games were between $2 to $5, so I didn't have a ton invested in it, so very happy with the trade. Now, as I mentioned, there's 3 games involved, and it was just straight trade across. So I'll show you them. The first one is for the N64. It's box complete, and that is Battle Tanks. Really happy to get this one. One of my buddies, it's his favorite game. And oddly enough, I haven't actually played it. I don't know why, but it's his favorite game. He highly recommends it. And the box is a little bit beat up, but overall not bad. The game's in good shape, the manual's in good shape. And he had this one marked for $15, so it's kind of like $15 trade credit. Really happy with it though. Good game, and one that I wanted for my collection, so very happy to pick that up. Now the second box Nintendo game, or N64 game I seen in his display case, I knew I had to have it. First thing I seen it, I was like, oh, can I take a look at that? And then I was like, yeah, I'll take this, I'll just set it aside and see if there's anything else I want, because I didn't want anyone else swooping in on it. And it's an N64 game that's gone up a bit in value lately. I don't think it's crazy priced yet, but it is Daikatana, or however you want to say it, for the N64. It is fully complete. It's got the game, the manual, the box. The box is maybe not the greatest shape, but it's definitely not bad. I definitely can't complain about it. And there's no Blockbuster stickers on it, except for on the manual, which is kind of funny, but, you know, they put a sticker on it, so it's on there. I'm not going to try and take it off the manual. But for those of you that don't know, it was a Blockbuster exclusive, I believe. So it's kind of harder to find box complete. And I think boxed complete, I don't know about this shape, but I think it usually sits maybe around $100, maybe a bit under. But it's one of the N64 games that is going up in price. So very happy to get it box complete. And he only had it marked for $10. So $10 worth of trade credit got me box complete Daikatana, or however you want to say it. So very happy with this one. This one is my second favorite pickup of the day, which I'll get to my first favorite pickup of the day. Now, this last game, from the same vendor, again on trade credit, and he didn't actually have this one displayed, but Nate from the Thriftdwellers, who him and Lester were showing me around that day, Nate knew he had it hidden away in a drawer. I don't know how Nate knew it. I honestly think Nate has Jedi mind powers, because he knows who has stuff hidden away, and he's very good at negotiating. Like, somebody would want $50 and he'll be like, oh no, you know, that's too much. You want $30. And he'll be like, you want $30. And the guy will be like, I'll take 30 for it. So yeah, he's really good at negotiating game deals. And like I said, I didn't even know this was there, but he knew it was there. He asked if I was interested. I said if he was interested, I wouldn't take the deal on him or anything, but he said it was fine if I wanted it, so I said sure. So I made a deal for it, and that game is Action 52 for the original Nintendo. Now the label is a bit beat up. There's some tape on it, but overall it's not in bad shape. It's got a few cracks or whatever, but it's Action 52. Like, it's not a cartridge you find very often, and it's 52 ways to have fun, so I am looking very much forward to this. I haven't played it yet. I just quickly tested it to make sure it works, and it works fine, so yeah. I don't know. I'll probably try it soon. I don't know how far I'll get or how many games I'll try, but again, very happy to pick it up. And the guy said he wanted $75 for it, but again, I traded, so I don't know, maybe $75 worth of trade credit, but definitely not a bad game for that price. I think usually goes for somewhere between 100 and 150. With this shape, probably closer to 100, but again, it's a cartridge that's, you know, rising in price and not too easy to find anymore. So very happy with that. Thanks again, Nate, for letting me pick it up and telling me that it's there. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's probably the crown jewel of my pickups for this video. So Action 52, very happy to get that one. So yeah, those are my pickups for this video. It's probably going to be a longer one because I kind of rambled about each game a bit, but each part kind of had a little story about how I picked it up and, you know, just my adventures hunting with the Thriftdwellers. Really awesome guys, even more awesome in person. They're just great people to hang around with. And we're already planning my next trip in there. I have to go back there in like a month or something. So if they have the weekend off again, we're going game hunting again. So I look forward to that. And I look forward to seeing the videos that Nate and Lester, when they're done editing all the footage, I look forward to seeing that. And I really hope you guys check out their channel, check out those videos. You won't be disappointed. It was a really fun day, and they're really awesome guys. So, yeah. Those are my finds for this video. Again, I'm kind of rambling, so I'll just end the video. What I'll do is a quick pan over everything again so you guys can see kind of closer up views of everything. But very happy with the weekend, and yeah, I'll see you folks with another video soon. So, have a good one.